Okay, perfect. Back just in time for round 2. I doubt these next rounds will live up to what we've just seen, but who knows? Maybe I'll deck myself. Maybe we'll play against Mill. Maybe we'll play against Dredge. Maybe we'll play against Boggles. I'd like to at least show one match against a very aggressive deck. One of the main benefits of this deck over a straight blue-red deck, you do get Moment of Craving, for instance, for a card like a Danto Vanguard or, you know, any of the red cards. Gaining life very important against red. But I'm pretty sure you knew that part already. Yep, so I'll mulligan this. Yeah, one lander, then this has no lands. Yep, I'll keep, well, if you want to see the plan of the deck, it's a pretty good example. I'll bottom second Niv-Mizzet. We're on the draw as well, so we'll have to see how this goes. So I'll just go Watery Grave, Mountain, Mountain. If this is a red aggro deck, it's unlikely that Sarkhan survives, which will make it awkward for our plan of turn 4 Niv-Mizzet. Yeah, Viashino Pyromancer. Very commonly played card because it is also a wizard for Wizard's Lightning. So I expect this will be a traditional red burn deck. Yeah, Wizard Lightning. Little odd for it to have been cast there, but, you know, Smork. Yeah, there is Sarkhan. Now, should I discard a card? I don't think Sarkhan will survive until my next turn. But if it does, I will really want... I think I'll discard the Steam Vents. If Sarkhan survives, I'll want the Mountain to play Niv-Mizzet. If it doesn't, I'll want land for Ral, but I should be able to find a find a land for Ral anyway. Yeah, my opponent's just going for my face, which is very common for these red players. Yep, Flame of Keld. So what Flame of Keld does, it's another saga like the Eldritch Reborn from the last round. So step 1, they have to discard their hand. Step 2, they draw 2 cards. Step 3, all their spells do more damage. So it's quite likely on the turn that they get that third effect that I will lose the game, but I have to assume that's not going to happen, otherwise what's the point of playing the game? Yeah, so blue, blue. Yeah, Niv-Mizzet. Now, if I can manage to avoid some good draws from the Flame of Keld, I can still win this. But I definitely put my chance of winning below 50%. At this point, there's not really many more decisions for me to make that'll help me win if my opponent draws any good cards. If they draw Lightning Strike and Wizard's Lightning, is that the name? Yeah, if they draw like Shock, Wizard's Lightning, there's nothing I can do to stop them from killing me next turn. Okay, Runaway Steamkin, that's good. I'm just hoping, yeah, that they draw all creatures. That's absolutely what I wanted. Yep, now what's going to happen here? Yeah, I'll draw a card. Now I should be able to kill off all their creatures here. So 1 damage to the Firebrand through Niv's ability. Just to stop them from pinging a bit later. Then 1 card draw through Sarkhan. And then Ral can minus on the Runaway Steamkin. Yep, so I will discard a card to draw a card, which will trigger Niv-Mizzet's ability to deal 1 damage. Yep, Crackling Drake. Now these are getting quite large. I was going to play Ral Zarek and minus on the Runaway Steamkin, but I was saying it's going to get quite large. Actually, they're zeros. I just thought that since so much was happening that they would be bigger. I guess if they're zero, I can't even Ral Zarek that. Well, I suppose the best I can do is to have a blocker for it. So I will play Crackling Drake and not put myself dead on board, because that would not be ideal. I will just deal one to my opponent. No point in dealing it to the Steamkin. And Sulfur Falls. I will attack. If my opponent draws a red haste creature, I die, but usually they play 8 of those. But every turn that I wait, I'm getting closer and closer to dying. Now I might be able to kill my opponent on this turn. We will see. So I will discard a card. If I do, draw a card.
Don't doubt my methods.
I will discard Ral. I don't think Ral is the card that I need here. Draw a card. Ping my opponent. So it's currently 5. Essentially, all my spells do 2 damage because of 1 damage from Niv-Mizzet and 1 power from Crackling Drake. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can put them to 3 here. So I will cast down the Runaway Steamkin to draw a card. And I'll deal them 1 damage. Now my opponent is definitely dead on the next turn because of my creatures in play. So what I'll do is I'll actually hold up Syncopate. My opponent could have some draws to win the game, but a Syncopate in the middle there to stop any of their plans will... it would be very easy to stop them from winning. Like, even if they had risk factor here, I could let them draw 3, but Syncopate whatever they play that they've drawn. Yep, shock. Shock can resolve. I'll deal 1 damage to you and draw a card. Ooh, if they have a lightning strike, I die here. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not. Okay, it's shock. Okay, there we go. Yeah, well, that was a very close game. I admit, normally that's how the games go, except they usually kill you. Usually they get over the line rather than you getting there. Okay, so for game 2, Moment of Craving is your best possible card in the matchup. Can't get past those. Beacon Bolt, Fiery Cannonade for Sweeper. Now, Ral Zarek is definitely not what you want. Discovery is not what you want. I usually cut some Niv-Mizzet because it is expensive. Nicol is a great card against them. Crackling Drake, not as good. Your opponent's going to be low on cards generally, so you want to get them to pitch cards. Crackling Drake is better if they're boarding into this mid-rangey version with Experimental Frenzy, because it kills fast. Now let's see, 62 cards. Normally I bring in Thief of Sanity. Shock is really bad against this deck. So usually they board it out, but with that, when they do board it out, it makes a card like Thief of Sanity a lot better. So often, how many is this? This is 61. Normally this is about what I like to play. Oh, I somehow hid my sideboard. Oh, no white cards, yeah. So I don't like trying to get Niv-Mizzet out super fast. I think you have to rely on your ability to stop what they're doing, especially for this version that has Flame of Keld. In fact, since they have Flame of Keld, I'll actually bring in 1 or 2 Duress. Something like that. Duress isn't a great card, but it's good for duressing them before their Flame of Keld comes down. Or if they draw 2 cards, you can duress them afterwards. But mostly, it's just a very cheap card that I can play instead of my 6 drops and 5 drops. Yep, so... Okay, this hand is a little slow, but I will still keep it. Thankfully, I have some early interactive cards, so even though it's not the fastest, I can still play on my cards. So I'll start with Dragonskull Summit. I'm definitely going to be playing Shock or Moment of Craving on turn 2. But if I draw like a mountain or an island, I can hold up Moment of Craving. Okay, Cannonade is a really good draw as well. Now I wish I had played Opt. I didn't think that they would not play a 1 or a 2 drop. Chain Whirler, that is totally normal. Now hopefully next turn they present a few things onto the board so I can Fiery Cannonade plus Shock. I'm not sure if it was correct to lead on the Dragonskull Summit, although it has definitely been bad for us that that is what I started on. I'm a little concerned that okay. Rekindling Phoenix. That should be okay. I might have to use 2 or 3 cards to kill it, though. Yep, so they're attacking. Now, this deck doesn't have any Lava Coils in it. Lava Coil is a card that would be very good against the Phoenix. Okay. I'll keep Mountain. I need to get to Niv-Mizzet to overpower my opponent. Clearly they have sideboarded into a bigger plan if they have Rekindling Phoenix in their deck. They might even play a second Phoenix on this turn. So what is my play here? I think I have to Moment of Craving plus... I have to use 2 spells on the Phoenix. I know that much. But which 2 are they? I think I will opt first, try to hit a cast down. Because if I can cast down... Look, Crackling Drake is decent as well. But is it good enough? If I keep Crackling Drake and use... Yeah, I think I will keep Crackling Drake and hope that it's good enough to keep back the Chain Whirler. Yeah, so this turn I'll have to spew a lot of value in, for instance, Moment of Craving plus Shock the Phoenix, untap, use Cannonade or something like that. Moment of Craving the Phoenix. Now the thing is, I'm losing a lot of card advantage by doing this, but Niv-Mizzet gets you so much advantage that in the long run, I wouldn't be surprised if this would be able to carry us out of it. Awkward as it is, I think I just have to Cannonade here to get rid of the egg. I would have loved to have sequenced that differently. Ooh, they're shocking my face. So are they Flame of Kelding? Yeah. What were their other 2 cards? 2 Flame of Kelds? Flame of Keld Mountain, maybe? Usually with Flame of Keld, you want to discard as few cards as possible, but sometimes you only have lands, or only Flame of Kelds. So, Sulfur Falls, Niv-Mizzet. Now, unlike last game, we are at 10. We're not at, I don't know, 6 or whatever we were at. So it's quite likely we'd be able to survive a Flame of Keld turn. Now, will the opponent attack with Chain Whirler? Yes, they're attacking with Chain Whirler. So I'm going to block. My opponent is very likely to have a Shock or Lightning Strike or Wizard's Lightning, because otherwise there's no way they would make this attack. But I'm going to get to draw a card. I'll play Crackling Drake, but more importantly, they'll have no cards in hand for their Flame of Keld turn. and they'll have to use their burn spell on Niv-Mizzet, not my face. So I'm happy with this exchange, although it is not always good to lose Niv-Mizzet. Because that Niv-Mizzet just saved me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 life. Potentially more. Okay, so let's tap these lands properly. Red, red, blue, blue for Crackling Drake. Yep, so this is a quite good hand. I have 2 removal spells for their 2 creatures. Alternatively, if they try to kill the Drake, I can just dive down. Yep, so because of Flame of Keld, these creatures do 2 more damage, because red sources deal 2 more damage, so I can't easily block with the Drake or they would just die. So I'll just kill both using my spells, which grows the Drake, and hopefully be able to race them with a massive Drake. Okay, Phoenix, that was a very good draw for them. Begs the question, did I make a mistake in shocking the 2/2? Potentially I should have just taken 4 damage. But I suppose yeah, Cast Down would have had to have hit the Chain Whirler, and Shock wouldn't have really affected the Phoenix. Yeah, there's definitely a chance I could have played around the Phoenix by taking 4 from the Lava Runner, although definitely conventional logic says that that wouldn't be a good trade. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like that meme with the guy with the risk factor. That's a great draw as well. I could just take 4 here. I will take 4 here, and next turn they can draw 3 cards, probably by discarding the card that they draw. Okay, so I will block, and I'll use my dive down as a essentially gaining 4 life by using the dive down here. Yep, so they get an egg, and hopefully I draw a spell that can interact with the egg. Come on. Well, that interacts with the egg. Because I can cast dive down on either one, it doesn't matter. Crackling Drake. Draw a card with Niv-Mizzet, and use that 1 damage to ping the egg. So now I think I'm strongly in the... well, not strongly in the driver's seat, but I do think I am ahead. Because my opponent is dead on the next turn. They have to discard their card in hand to the risk factor that they draw if they want to cast the risk factor. Oh, they played Flame of Keld, but they are just dead on board, so that was probably a mistake by them. Sorry, I suppose it didn't matter. If they were dead this turn, then I would have just taken the 4 and gone to 2. So I think they were, unfortunately, out of choices there. So as you can see, your life total does go down quite fast. So the Moment of Craving is pretty useful in keeping your life total high, especially for the critical Flame of Keld turns. Now with that, I will quickly pause the video, and I'll see you back for round 3.